Good morning, students. Welcome to your data communication and computer network class. In the previous video, I have discussed about the conversion of digital data into digital signal by two methods, line coding and block coding methods. In this video, I will discuss about conversion of digital data to analog signal. After completion of this video, student will able to know about the conversion of digital data to analog signal by amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, phase shift keying, and quadrature amplitude modulation. So let's start. First of all, what is digital signal and what is analog signal? As we know, a digital signal is a signal that represents data as a sequence of discrete value. At any given time, it can only take on one of a finite number of values. Means digital signal represent the discrete sequence of value. But an analog signal is any continuous signal for which the time varying feature of the signal is a representation of some other time varying quantity that is analogous to another time varying signal. Means digital signal are discrete, hold discrete value, and analog signal are continuous, contain the continuous signal. But why we need the conversion of analog signal, digital data to analog signal? Because some transmission media will only propagate analog signals like fiber optics, unguided media uses only analog signal. Okay, so we must convert the digital data to analog signal for transmission in this type of media. So there are different methods to convert digital data to analog signal. The first method is amplitude shift keying, that is ASK, and the second method is frequency shift keying, that is FSK, and the third method is phase shift keying, PSK, and the fourth one is quadrature amplitude modulation. Okay, so digital to analog conversion. So first method is amplitude shift keying, that is ASK. The second method is frequency shift keying, that is FSK. Third method is phase shift keying, that is PSK. And the fourth method is combination of amplitude and phase shift keying, that is quadrature amplitude modulation, QAM. So let us discuss one by one method. First is carrier signal. In analog transmission, the sending device produces a high frequency signal that acts as a base for information signal. The base signal is called the carrier signal or carrier frequency. Means the base signal that is transmit is known as carrier frequency. When the receiving device is tuned to the frequency of the carrier signal that it expects from the sender. The digital information then changes the carrier signal by modifying one or more of its characteristics. As we know, the characteristic of an analog signal consists of amplitude, frequency, or phase. So the digital information make changes in the carrier signal, amplitude or frequency or phase. And this kind of modification is called modulation or shift keying. So the first method is amplitude shift keying. In amplitude shift keying, the amplitude of a carrier signal is varied to create signal element. Both frequency and phase remain constant while the amplitude changes. Okay. In amplitude shift keying is a technique in which carrier signal is analog and data to be modulated is digital. Means the carrier signal is the analog and the information is digital. The amplitude of analog carrier signal is modified to reflect the binary data. Okay, so the carrier signal amplitude is modified to show the binary value. The binary signal when modulated gives a 0 value when the binary data represents 0, while gives the carrier output when data is 1. So here the amplitude modulated in amplitude modulation, the carrier signal is changes through amplitude. The amplitude change for binary 0 and binary 1, but the frequency and the phase of the carrier signal remain constant. So here, so the amplitude to represent 1 and it is 0, then it is again 1, it is again 0. So here the amplitude change, the frequency and the phase. The frequency and the phase remain constant in amplitude shift keying. Then advantage and disadvantages of amplitude shift keying. It can be used to transmit digital data over optical fiber. Means as you know, optical fiber uses analog transmission method, so it is used to transmit digital data over optical fiber. The receiver and transmitter have a simple design which also make it comparatively inexpensive. Means ASK amplitude shift keying is inexpensive. It uses lesser bandwidth as compared to FSK, thus it offers high bandwidth efficiency. Means it offers a high bandwidth efficiency. But the main disadvantage of ASK is it is susceptible to noise interference and entire transmission could be lost due to this. Then the next method is frequency shift keying. In frequency shift keying, the frequency of the carrier signal is varied to represent the data. Here we change the frequency of the carrier signal to represent the data. The frequency of the modulated signal is constant for the duration of one signal element but changes for the next signal element if the data element changes. Means the frequency changes when the data element changes. Both the peak amplitude. Okay, both the peak amplitude and phase remain constant for all signal element. Means here the frequency changes but the peak amplitude and the phase remain constant. So this is the example here. The frequency for 1 and this is for 0 and again for 1 the frequency changes for the data element. Okay. Then the next is advantage and disadvantage of frequency shift keying. Frequency shift keying modulated signal can help to avoid the noise problem that created in ASK. It has lower chance of an error. It provides higher signal to noise ratio. The transmitter and receiver implementation are simple for low data rate application. But the main disadvantage of FSK is it uses larger bandwidth as compared to ASK, thus it offers less bandwidth efficiency. Then the third method is phase shift keying. In this modulation, the phase of the analog carrier signal is modified to reflect binary data. Okay, in this case, amplitude and frequency of that carrier signal remain constant. Only the phase modified. and the phase shifting keys is again categorized into binary phase shifting and quadrature phase shift keying. So let us first discuss about binary phase shift keying. In binary phase shift keying, which is also known as phase reversal keying or 2PSK, phase shift keying, is the simplest form of phase shift keying. The phase of the carrier wave is changed according to the two binary input. In binary phase shift keying, difference of 180 phase shift is used between binary 1 and binary 0. Okay, so for binary 1 there is a phase, then it will change to the next phase by 180 degree for another value. Okay, so here this is the example. Here binary 1, here binary 1 phase, then for binary 0 it changes to the next phase. Again for binary 1 it will start from here. Okay, then for binary 1 again from here, then for binary 0 again it changing its phase. So this way it changes the phase, but the amplitude and the frequency remain constant in phase shift keying. Okay, so this is the example of binary phase shift keying. Okay, the phase changes in 180 degree. Then quadrature phase shift keying. This technique is used to increase the bit rate. That is, we can code 2 bits into one single element. It uses 4 phases to encode data bit per unit. Quadrature phase shift keying uses phase shift of multiplies 90 degrees. Means in binary phase shift keying, it multiply with 180 degree, it changes with 180 degree, but in quadrature phase shift keying, it changes in 90 degree. It has a double data rate carrying capacity compared to binary phase shift keying, as 2 bits are mapped on each constellation point. Here there are 4 carrier phase offset with the phase difference of plus minus 90 degree for 4 possible combination of 2 bits. Okay, means it consider for 2 bits. The binary phase shift keying uses 1 bit, but quadrature phase shift keying it uses 2 bit. 2 bit symbol duration in this modulation is twice the bit duration. So this is the figure. Okay, so the phase changes in 90 degree. The phase changes in 90 degree and represent 2 binary data. Then advantage of phase shift keying, it is more power efficient modulation technique as compared to amplitude and frequency shift keying. It has lower chance of error. It allows data to carried along a communication signal much more efficiently as compared to FSK, frequency shift keying. But the disadvantages are it offers low bandwidth efficiency. The detection and recovery algorithm of binary data is very complex. It is non-coherent reference signals. Then the last method is quadrature amplitude modulation. QAM is defined as the modulation technique which is the combination of phase and amplitude modulation of a carrier wave into a single channel. In other words, QAM transmits information by changing both the amplitude and phase of a carrier wave, thereby doubling the effective bandwidth. Means it changes the phase and amplitude. Okay, it changes the carrier wave phase and amplitude. It is the combination of phase and amplitude modulation. In a QAM signal, the direct modulation of a carrier wave in quadrature is involved. as a name, quadrature indicate that the phase difference between two carrier is 90 degree, but each having same frequency, means the frequency remain constant, but the phase and amplitude changes in quadrature amplitude modulation. So these are the different mechanisms by which we can convert the digital data to analog signal. Thank you.